let me log in first. Wait.
You have a leader.
Okay.
Okay, this is called Catnip. Let me bring Trick in. I think this one's about a Nekogirl. Hellrune.
Hey.
Oh, hello, Trick. So, how did you like Kiss the Cock?
It's cockalicious.
Ah, okay. That's a glowing review if I've ever heard one.
Okay, I don't know. I accept. I was moving the computer over to a different room. The last time I over to a different room during the middle of it, then I came back. I saw the Shazari approved over the second picture.
Ah, okay. Good. You didn't see anything. Swift.
No, I did.
That requires gay people to actually make them. Unfortunately, nothing but straight people make them. There are some good gay ones out there.
Well, I'm sure that there's some good yaoi ones.
Yes, and I provided one, but that's in the good.
Most of the gay yaoi VNs are rapey. Very, very rapey. Worse than the things I've shown so far. Kiss the Cock is a lot less rapey than most of them.
You know what? I doubt that is true.
No, it is true.
That's a lie.
Let's go to the config. No, that's text speed. I want big text speed. Volume. There we go. Okay. Back. Catnip. Wait, what does it say? Featuring what? Featuring music by Pablo. Matthew Pablo. Okay. Let's play.
Is that person name?
That's still too loud.
To me?
No, not you. Oh. It's cut off. Man, why does it gotta be so loud?
I mean, I can kind of see this being Persona 4-ish, but not too bad.
Oh, oops, actually. Okay. What is the meaning of life? To amass riches, gain power. As if. The meaning of life was, of course, love. Love in its purest form, nothing else mattered if you had love. But not just any love. You couldn't call the love of your family true love. You couldn't even call what you felt for that girl in your graduating year true love.
Clearly this person didn't see Frozen.
No, it was more complicated than that. Or perhaps it was simpler than that.
Never mind.
True love, of course, was none of those things. True love is a love a man feels for cute girls. When you could love a girl without her own human emotions clouding the relationship. Oh, what?
God damn it.
She couldn't talk back to you. Maybe she had no feelings of her own. Maybe she was confined to 2 dimensions.
Oh, God.
Waifus.
As soon as turned Girl Eye.
Is that a fucking companion? That's a fucking companion cube. And that's an Xbox 360, and that's a PlayStation 3, and that's a Wii.
I see a companion cube now.
And there's a Jenga for some reason. Why would you have that near your window on the floor? What the fuck?
I don't know. That only made love even more pure.
Okay, so this character is basically a character from a manga.
That says World God only knows.
Yeah, there we go.
My family couldn't understand that. That's why they disowned me. That's why I was fired from my job as an airline pilot.
Why?
That's why I'm stuck in the Republic
Did you just call stewardesses emotional bitches who can't do anything right?
That's why I was stuck in the Republic of Abkhazia, which is not really... Wait. No, it's not. It's not independent. So that's technically not a country. Forced to live out my life as a hermit. It wasn't so bad. I had fast internet and a nice apartment for what I get paid. The benefits of living in a breakaway state on the west coast of Georgia. Does this guy reside in Akvazia or something? With the money I made writing anime and manga reviews for a prolific otaku website, I had all the time in the world to do what I wanted.
Well, she from 07.
Living my life in relative luxury with my beloved Fuwa-chan. Ah, Fuwa-chan, my love. She was my most prized possession.
Oh, God.
A half... Okay, 1 second. I'm used to scale being in fractions, not whatever the hell that is. So I'm sure it's a half scale. A half scale limited run figure from the Shoshi frontline, Doki Doki Mahou Shoujo Genki Fuwa Force. Only
That sounds fake. Like, that sounds like they are trying to be Japanese. This is American, isn't it?
It's Western.
It's Western. This was trying to be anime.
Only one of 6 in the world, she was the reason I had lost my job. No, she liberated me from that dead-end career. I decided to bring her with me on the flight. The co-pilot had reported me for it.
Bastard.
All because I let her sit in his seat while he was in the toilet. How immature. Anyway, they had given me the choice, get rid of her or lose my wings. Of course, I chose her. I even threw my hat on the ground and stormed out of the terminal at Sokumi Airport. Screw them. All I need in the world is Fuwa-chan. Doki Doki Mahou Shoujo Genki Fuwa Force was the greatest show ever made, and Fuwa-chan was the best character in it. Therefore, she's the greatest girl in the world. That's it.
I bet this guy gets super upset when someone on a forum tells him his waifu is trash. I bet he calls everyone that he has in his phone and says, listen to what this guy did. He insulted Fuwa-chan.
That implies that he has friends, which I doubt he does.
Oh, he has friends on Twitter.
Ding dong.
Yeah.
But what was that? The doorbell? How odd. I had been carefully tracking my deliveries and none were due to arrive until the next week. I gingerly rose from my chair and made my way to the entryway. Yes, I'm getting more and more foppish as I go. Looking through the spy hole, I saw the telltale yellow and red of a DHL courier. Very weird. I opened the door anyway. Maybe the tracking was wrong. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. That's in... Yeah. Or da. I think it's da. I didn't get to practice my Russian much. Everyone spoke it here for some reason. I hadn't really looked into it. So you haven't really gone outside?
You live in Georgia.
Yeah.
Russian is probably the common dialect. How have you not...
I guess he just...
Oh my god, I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
I took the electronic signature device thing and scribbled my signature onto it as he went to the truck and wheeled out a huge crate. It was the size of a refrigerator, though not as tall.
Oh god. God, no,
tried.
is he gonna have a sex bot?
He asked where I wanted it, and I led him to my living room. I certainly hadn't ordered anything this large, but I was curious to see what it was. This is called Catnip.
Oh god, you're turning into Pops.
I think I know what it looks like. It looks like probably there's a show called The Titanic Galaxy. There was this sex doll in it that he treated like an actual person. Okay, it's probably that.
Saber, I'm just gonna let you know, you are literally turning into Pops when you're doing this accent. Now, if you want that to be Pops, continue. If you don't, turn back.
I fopped so damn hard that I basically turned into Pops, okay? I've been fopping too hard. I'll bring down the foppishness a bit.
Please, because I don't watch regular show. I don't really like it, but Slaps or Skips and Pops are the only people that I like.
Pops
that
is
show.
amazing, okay? Okay. Pulling the trolley out from under the crate, he made his way back out the front door. Whatever that says in Russian. Don't try and imitate Russian, although you weren't even attempting.
I wasn't even attempting. I was doing JoJo's.
He bid me a good day, and I locked the door behind him. I stood and looked at the box for a moment. It was covered in fragile stickers, but had nothing else on it other than the tracking label.
Must be Italian.
On closer inspection, the origin address had been scratched off, as if someone didn't want me to know where it came from. Very strange. I picked up the piece of bent metal that was sitting on top of a complimentary cheap crowbar. Sorry, a complimentary cheap crowbar. I jammed it into the side as carefully as I could and pushed down, causing the top of the crate to come loose from its staples. I threw the crowbar to the side and lifted off the lid, placing it down beside it, then stood up to look inside.
No. God damn it.
Catgirl!
Should I do it, or who's gonna do it?
I want to hear your
vote
cat
Trick
girl.
do it, since I did girls last time.
Trick. Yeah. At least it's not as bad as when Shazari does it.
At least there is no sexual content in this.
Okay, see?
Praise. Praise the Lord.
I think Bryce.
Okay.
He isn't gonna fuck a little girl cat.
Suddenly, something sprung up out of it.
My dick!
Trick.
I thought you were Keon. I thought the guy's Keon.
Oh, guys, Keon? Oh, that makes sense. Huh? I stumbled back and looked at what it was. Yeah. There was a small girl looking very pleased with herself. I stared at her for a moment. Oh my god, who are you? Oh god, this is an otaku. An atheist otaku who can't even say the word god. Okay. She gave me a dumb look.
Can you speak Japanese?
I replied in Japanese. Yes, of course.
Good. I don't really know English.
But who are you? What are you doing in that crate? She cleared her throat and stood up straight.
I'm the Aknako. Nice to meet you.
Nyanako. Okay. This is called Catnip, Scroll Mecha. She bowed deeply and then straightened with a huge grin on her face. Nice to meet you. I scratched the back of my head like an anime character because I do so many anime random things, and looked at her properly. That's when I noticed her ears and her tail. Was this the fabled Catgirl? In the flesh? Don't be stupid, Kion. It was obviously cosplay. Very good cosplay. Her outfit even looks familiar. So what are you doing in there?
Can delivered, of course.
To me?
Of course, master.
Master?
Hi.
Oh, damn. What do you mean? She bent down and picked up a piece of paper from inside the crate, then began to read from it.
Congratulations! Competition winner. You gotta win. Look, you won the enclosed Doki Doki house sitting pet. You have to enjoy your time with your new best friend.
Oh god.
Please continue to support Doki Doki Maho Shoujo Fua 4s in the future.
Nobody on Twitter say that that's their favorite anime. People might know. That was it! She was wearing the uniform of Fuwa-chan's school! My mind was reeling. The girl had been shipped to me as a prize for a contest I don't even remember entering, complete in cat ears and a uniform. Was this even legal? House-sitting pet? It almost felt like I'd been caught up in some sort of modern-day slavery scheme. Oh, how wacky.
Oh, how wacky. Slavery.
Mister?
I flinched. It was so surreal to be called master by a cute cat girl. Meow. Don't call me that.
Huh? What would you prefer? Honey-chan?
My heart exploded. It seemed an angel had descended on me. That will have to do. She beamed.
Okay, Honey-chan.
That's beaming right there. Anyway, come out of that crate. She nodded and tried to step out of the crate, her back foot trailing and tripping her up.
Ow!
Her face hit the carpet with a thud. And she broke her nose and she wasn't cute anymore, so I sent her back. There we go. End of story. She sat up and began crying. Jeez, you look a little bit old for that sort of reaction. She looked at me with hurt eyes, tears still streaming down her face. I reached out and patted her on the head. There, it's okay. To my amazement, her ears twitched. It wasn't a mechanical twitch either. They had those mechanical ones that read your brain patterns. No, this was real. And her tail was even quivering. What has science done? There's your screenshot. Forget super weapons. If these things became common, mankind would fall apart through inaction. Who'd ever leave home if they had an adorable pet cat girl? Me. I would leave home. I don't like cats. I don't like girls.
So, something that just happened made me think of a thing from One Piece where the character is just like trying to shove. I put the GIF in the chat and I'll do it in the other chat, but the character just like trying to shove the other thing just back in the box. No, you don't belong here. Go back to where you belong.
A zombie?
Yeah.
That's one of the best scenes in the series. I haven't seen that, but that's great in the manga.
No, you go back. You go back in the ground. You don't come up.
Squirrel Mecha, you would want a cat girl. Don't you have cat ears too? Nyanko shuffled over and hugged my legs.
Honey-chan, you always look after me?
She looked at me with puppy eyes. Maybe kitten eyes was more accurate. Of course I will. And so started my life with Nyanko.
And then I put her in a burlap sack and threw her into a river.
1 week later,
Nanami.
I woke.
No, Nanami put her in a box.
Well, close enough.
I woke with a start. Something had pulled me from my slumber.
She was on my dick.
I looked over at my alarm clock, which read 3. A deep sleeper. It was odd I would be awake at this hour. Even weirder, my bed felt strangely empty.
Okay, good.
Nyanko, who had taken to sleeping in my bed with me after her first night on a futon, was gone. A drink? No sounds or light came from the kitchen. Toilet? I waited in silence, but there was no sound to indicate that. Possibilities began to race through my mind. Kidnapped? Ran away? I didn't like either of those. I got out of my bed and made my way into the living. Turning the light on as I entered.
Yeah!
In most other countries, they just call it toilet. They don't call it bathroom. They just call it a toilet. The room itself is called a toilet. Nyanko jumped like a startled kitten, dropping something. A pair of wire cutters. What? That was when I looked up. When I noticed the perfect circle cut into the main door of my display case. The cut wire of my anti-theft system designed to go off if the door was opened. And of course, the only item I would go to the trouble of installing an alarm on. My beloved Fuwa-chan! Nyanko was trying to steal my beloved Fuwa-chan. What do you think you're doing? I gave her a chance to explain herself.
Jane, I'm sorry. They made me do it.
Who's they? Swift, that would just be a Shota in a Gabumon hoodie. I don't want that.
I'll find that.
Send it to Shazari.
No, I'm gonna send it to you.
No.
Ah, god damn. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Okay.
The organization.
The organization? Which organization?
That's not how you spell that.
That's
The criminal one?
the criminal. Uh-huh.
They took me from my mama and papa and forced me to do this. Or they killed my brother.
This was starting to make sense. Were it anything but an adorable cat girl telling me, it'd be downright absurd. But if anyone was going to be taken advantage of by the seedy underbelly of this world, it was girls like poor Nyanko. Oh, you poor girl, come here. I opened my arms wide and Nyanko ran into them. It's okay, I'll protect you from those scary men with my otaku-like physique.
I'm sorry, Oni-chan.
Sorry, I'm just glad I caught you before you ran off. Nyanko shuffled in my arms.
No? Or this?
I felt a sharp jab and a wet feeling on my stomach.
Yeah!
An intense pain began to spread, and I stumbled back. A red stain was spreading through my shirt, and a
Yeah!
protruded from my belly.
This is the best thing that has ever happened in a VN that we have read.
Nyanko stood with a solemn look on her face.
Sorry, Oni-chan. You're supposed to wake up. I messed up. I'm sorry, it's like Strong said.
But why?
This is last night me. I had all 6.
I begin to lose concentration. She was collecting all the Fuwa-chan figures?
You were the first person who had to kill them, Oni-chan. I'm sorry.
She turned and opened the display cabinet as I fell to my knees. Reaching up high, she pulled Fuwa-chan, almost as big as her, off the shelf and onto the floor, looking at it proudly. My Fuwa-chan, the light of my life. I wanted to die with her, but in my last breaths, she was being taken away from me. Kisama! Oh my god! I feel so bad just saying that.
It's me, Oni-chan. It's your fault for waking up.
She walked over to me and wrapped her arms around my neck, whispering into my ear.
It's okay, Oni-chan. I'll stay with you until the end.
How did this happen? Was this some horrible dream? No. Not even the darkest dream could hold so much pain. Betrayed by my cat girl in a plot to steal my only love. No. Even if it's Nyanko, I won't allow it. I pulled the knife from my belly, ignoring the blinding pain, and wrapped my arms around Nyanko's back. I won't allow it. Not even from you.
Oni-chan, what are you?
She was cut short as I drove the dagger home into her back, hugging her tight as she struggled. What? If I can't have her, no one can. We fell to the floor, and I held Nyanko with what strength I had left. We would cross over together. Mark and thief. Master and servant. Man and cat. Goodbye, Fua. Sha. With my dying breath, I thought of my love for her. My pure, untainted, true love. Now, nothing could ruin it. Okay? That was Catnip.
Was there even
so
a choice?
I guess it was just a kinetic novel. I didn't see a tag for kinetic novel, so I assumed it was a VN.
Well, that was literally the best thing that we have watched.
Like,
That was
Like, that is up there with, I want to show other people this. I want them to see this, and I want them to not know what is going to happen. I want them to think, oh my god, what are you showing me? Why are you showing me this? No, it gets really good. It turns into a really weird story that you don't know what's going to happen. What do you think is going to happen? He's going to fuck the little girl. No.
that's why there's sex tags.
There are no sex tags. Like, there is a tag that is specifically no sexual content.
Man, that was weird.
I think it's the best thing we've had since Mario screwed Luigi.
Yeah.